Yo, what's up? So there's been a lot of changes on the Hunter tree. So I'm gonna quickly go over everything here, and I'll give my thoughts and notes before I say anything. This is for PvP specifically. I'm not gonna talk anything about PvE related things, just so just so we're all on the same page, right? And I'm also making this video with the assumption that you can use everything with a melee weapon. So that includes Serpent Sting, Explosive Shot, Concussive Shot. Uh, you know, that's with the assumption. Obviously, if you can't, that's gonna be a little bit cringe. But yeah, I'm just gonna assume you can use everything with a melee weapon before. Yeah. So first off here, I would say Concussive Shot. Definitely very good, but it's not necessary. So I'm gonna quickly, before I go down the tree, I'm gonna pick everything that I need, and then I can go upwards. That's kind of the way that I like to build these trees. So kill shot for sure, definitely something that you need to pick. Later here you have post haste, which is something that I think is pretty mandatory. Trailblazer doesn't necessarily seem super worth it in most cases, so you can skip out on this one. Thick hides doesn't seem that good either. I think at the moment your pet is 60% of your HP, so bumping that up to 70% of your HP, not really gonna make the biggest of difference. I guess it will make your mend pet heal for a bit more, but I don't think that it's worth it, so I wouldn't recommend it. Muscle, something do you need for sure. Don't necessarily need natural mending here, but I do think that it's the best one out of these. Trank shot mandatory, tar trap mandatory. So out of these ones, I would go concussive shot. I don't think this is gonna replace your wing clip. I'm going to assume that this will mean that you have two slows, one that is melee and one that is ranged. If it does actually replace wing clip, I don't think that's gonna be super worth it. But I mean, maybe. I would. I'm just gonna go concussive shot with the assumption that you can use it with a melee weapon. Also assuming that it doesn't replace wing clip. Now we still have 1 point remaining, so I'll probably go natural mending here. You could also pick improved kill shot, maybe. But yeah, this is a little bit of a toss-up. You can go either improved kill shot or you can go natural mending. I'm probably just gonna go natural mending, so that's what I'll do. But you can also go improved kill shot here. That's definitely. I mean, this could end up being better. I don't know. I'll see. This will depend on how much crit you'll actually have with your gear and stuff. So here I would say Rejuvenating Wind is a mandatory talent because it also unlocks these talents later on. So here you will pick Intimidation and you will go Scatter Shot. Now having Scatter on Survival is insanely good. It is so unbelievably strong. So you can use it, for example, if you want to cover the third target. If you're playing something like jungle, you can, let's say, scatter shot a shaman and then go for a harpoon trap on the healer, so they can't use grounding totem. Or if you're playing a more setup-based comp, I mean, even jungle to an extent, where let's say, for example, you are against a demon hunter, you can press scatter shot on the demon hunter preemptively, so he can't use blur, and then harpoon trap the healer or even stun trap the healer, and then your teammate can stun the demon hunter without giving them any room to counterplay. You can also do the same thing with maybe a rogue. You can preemptively scatter shot them before they go, so they can't like pre-vanish or pre-evasion. Or if you're against a warrior, you can use it on the warrior so they can't, preemptively use something like a parry or blade storm to get out of a kidney shot or a maim or something like that. One key thing to know as well with scatter into parry is that you can't parry effects while you're in CC. So even if you press scatter shot on a warrior that has parry up, they can't parry your stun because you can't parry when you're in a incap. So that's something that can, it's the same interaction where if you want to stun a rogue that has evasion up, you can fear them, and then you can stun them because you can't dodge when you're in a CC. So there's so many. You also, I mean, obviously you can scatter a healer as well. There's so many cases where scatter is going to be good. Just having this spell alone is going to be one of your strongest tools. Just so you know. Also, scatter has a little cool implication over here, but I can talk about that later. So these two, mandatory, I would say. The other talent that I would say is extremely strong here is Improved Ment Pet. Being able to have a 50% chance to dispel a magic effect. This can be, you know, maybe your pet's in a polymorph, maybe he's in a frost nova, maybe your pet's in a fear, just removing, you know, flame shock, whatever. There's so many things that you can just remove straight up that you don't have to worry about. The one thing that is a little bit annoying is that if this works the same way as it did back in the WOD and MOP when this was a glyph, the spell comes from the pet. So if you're against a Shadow Priest and they put Vampiric Touch on your pet gets disorientated whenever you press Ment Pet because you dispel the VT, which can be pretty annoying. But other than that, it doesn't matter if your pet gets silenced. So against Affliction Warlocks, it's not really gonna matter. But this could be kind of annoying into, you know, into Shadow Priest. Anyway, here I would say Camouflage, so you can then later go into Improved Traps. For sure, Ski is very good because Trap is on a 30-second CD, so having it on a 30-second cooldown, I mean 25 with 2 points is for sure really, really good. Now we need to spend 3 more points to get down into the 20 points over here. So the options that we have are either Improved Trank Shot, which I don't think is necessary because you'll have a lot of ways of getting focus anyway. Born to be Wild definitely isn't bad, but I don't think it's super good. And then Scare Beast. Now, if you do want to pick up Scare Beast, what you have to do is drop 1 point into Improved Traps. Go Scare Beast. Since with these 3 points, you kind of have to go Binding Shackles and Agile Movement to go further down into the tree. I can explain later why I recommend going Binding Shackles instead of going this way. It's because I do think that it's going to be extremely strong to go Beastmaster, Improved Kill Command, and Alpha Predator. That's like the first build that popped up in my head, but I can go over a build that doesn't have this later. So for now, I would say this. Either you can go Scare Beast with 1 less point here, or you would just pick 2 points here if you don't need Scare Beast. Then you need to go Master Marksman. Also, this talent point is useless. I just want to go over everything. And then Misdirection doesn't have any place in PvP, so like while sure this is good, but you can't spend 3 talent points to get it. Even 2 talent points, like you literally just can't. So yeah. Then you would pick up Serpent's Sting. And then you would go either Latent Poison or Hydra Spite. Now, I would say for the most part, it's going to be better to pick up Latent Poison. But, I mean, Hydra Spite isn't bad. So, I would say this is going to depend on the matchup. But overall, I would say Latent Poison for sure. Then, we can pick points into Beastmaster over here. And then you take Improved Kill Command into Alpha Predator. So the 2 options that you have is Killer Instinct, which seems awful on paper, or Alpha Pred. So you would just take Alpha Predator for sure. Then we have 2 points remaining. Now with these 2 points, I would say Steel Trap and then Explosive Shot are gonna be your best options. Into some casters, you could for sure drop Steel Trap and maybe pick up Death Chakrams here. But then again, I don't know if that Chakram seems super good. The damage that you'll do out of Death Chakram seems very underwhelming. Because I mean, it relies so much on people not being stacked. Plus, it's only 10% damage increase. So if you're comparing this to, let's say, explosive shot, now with this talent later down the road, it increases the damage by 40%. This is gonna be 188.5 times 1.4, 263% attack power. Now with current HP, now you have like 90k health. 263 attack power would be roughly like 12k damage. So for you to be able to get more value out of the damage reduction, I mean the damage increase from death chakrams, you would have to do like 120k damage during this 10-second window just to match the explosive shot. Like I don't think that's gonna be the case. I mean, sure, death chakrams, it does damage as well and it gives you some focus, but I don't know if I'm just a hater of death chakrams. I just don't think it's very good. But I mean, if you want to pick it up, I guess you could either go a different build where you forgo the Beastmaster, improved kill command, and then Alpha Predator, or you just drop Steel Trap, I guess. But yeah, this would be the build that I would recommend. And then talking about the talents that I didn't pick, it's Keen Insight, which is just 4% damage. I mean, 4% crit chance if you take 2 points. And then Nessingwary Trapping Apparatus with, I mean, it's okay, but I feel like for the most part, it's gonna be very wasteful, which is why I don't really like going something other than Beastmaster, Improved Kill Command, and an Alpha Predator. Because you have to take these two, which is 4 points to kinda gain nothing, just so you have the ability to go Steel Trap. Because here, I can show you. What you can do actually is just play. Well, here you would have 1 point remaining, so I guess because you don't need this. This is just garbage. This could just either be like 1 point into maybe improved kill shot, natural mending, or scare beast. For the sake of the video, I'm just gonna go improved kill shot because why not? Then you would just go to here, this latent poison, explosive shot, death chakrams, 2 points here. You have 1 point remaining, and then you would just go steel trap. But in my opinion, this is just weaker. Because what are you gaining, really? You're gaining 4% crit, kinda pointless, and then death chakrams. Or, what you could do is take only one useless talent, kinda, and then you play the same here with latent poison, explosive shot. You take 6% pet damage, 10% kill command damage, 30% kill command damage, but also you get 2 charges too. And then steel trap. Like in my opinion, this seems way stronger. But that's just me. The game obviously isn't out yet, but I mean from my experience playing Hunter a lot, this build does seem a lot stronger than the Keen Insight, Nessingwary, Steel Trap, just to get, Death Chakrams as well. Because I don't know, the way that I would think about it is either you go Death Chakrams or you just lose 6% pet damage, 10% kill command damage, and Alpha Predator. Because I don't necessarily think that Nessingwary or Keen Insight does anything. So it's like, do you want to have these 3 talents that are all pretty good, or Death Chakrams? I mean, for me, it's a pretty easy choice, but I guess you can choose whatever you want, really. If you also want to, you could just drop Latent Poison. I mean, you could. I mean, this also seems pretty decent, but I would not do that. But you can if you want to. You have the option. Cool. So that's the hunter tree. And then going into the survival tree, I'm gonna do the same thing where I'll pick everything you need, and then I'll just move up from there. So Raptor Strike, you need Wildfire Bomb. Kinda need Tip of the Spear as well, especially big value with Alpha Predator. Oh yeah, also I was gonna talk about Scatter Shot, Explosive Shot. So currently, right now, Explosive Shot does not get removed if you press Scatter Shot. So as an example, right, you can do Explosive Shot into Scatter Shot. And then the Scatter will not remove Explosive because it's not like a dot or anything. But also, the damage from Explosive Shot will not break Scatter. I don't know why. It could be a bug. Maybe it's fixed. But that's currently how it works on MM right now. If you don't believe me, you can go test it out. So that's gonna make it way easier to like set up a go, because you don't have to worry about the explosive shot breaking your scatter. And you also don't have to worry about you preemptively pressing... Yeah, because otherwise you have to always do scatter into explosive, but having the option to do scatter, I mean, the option to do explosive shot into scatter just gives you more leeway of playing the game. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty useful information to know. But about the hunter tree here, so I would say these ones are pretty mandatory. Obviously, you need harpoon. So the one thing about harpoon is that it's a 30-second cooldown, which makes me kind of think that you want to have terms of engagement, because otherwise it's not gonna, line up with your trap, because your trap is now a 25-second CD. So having this be a 20-second cooldown like it is right now, it just feels natural. So, I would for sure go terms of engagement. Plus, I feel like the damage is a bad thing, because that means that you can't harpoon to a CC'd target. But this doesn't really happen too often, so it doesn't really matter. But I guess the damage portion is kind of pointless. You basically only really pick this for the cooldown reduction. The focus region is also kinda shit, but yeah, this is mainly just for the cooldown reduction here. Eagle for sure. I mean, you need to pick it up anyway, because I mean it's Eagle. So here we kind of have these 3 talents. Now I would say probably Bloodseeker here, because you need to pick it up anyway to get Lunge, which is one of your strongest abilities in the entire game. So Bloodseeker into Lunge it is. Now what Lunge does, melee attacks and melee abilities can increase by 3 yards. This might not, I mean, it doesn't sound that good on paper, right? But it's your melee range, which is 5 yards, plus 3 yards. So you have 8-yard range, which is way bigger than what you might expect. I mean, you guys know Outlaw Rogues, right? They have 8-yard range currently, and you can feel it. Like, it's like insanely annoying to deal with Outlaw Rogues, because their range, it feels like you're getting kicked from like 100 billion yards away. That's the power of 3-yard range extra. It's hard to put into words how unbelievably strong this is. This thing alone makes me so unbelievably excited for the next expansion. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be super cool. I can't wait. This is amazing. Then Guerrilla Tactics, this is mandatory, 100% more damage, because otherwise, the dot damage is gonna be more. So for sure skis, you go Guerrilla Tactics. Also 2 charges, pretty good. Yeah, so this is a must-have talent. Then Mongoose Bite, pretty must-have. Also, you need to pick up Mongoose Bite anyway to advance further down the tree, because I wouldn't recommend picking up Carve. It's kind of pointless in PvP. So yeah, boy, we're going Mongoose Bite. Also here is Predator, which is the kill command reset thing. This might be good. I can go over it later. Same thing here. It's just pet damage. Might be good. I'll go about it later. And then here, this is just 10 focus, which, I mean, I'll touch about this this later maybe. In this row we have kill command gives you 6 more focus, so it gives you 15 focus by default. 21 focus. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's just two talent points doesn't increase your damage that much really. In some cases, it would not increase your damage by anything. So just because of that, I would never recommend it. This is just 25% more damage on your bomb. I mean, what? That's good. Flanking strikes. Oi, oi, oi. Now, one thing to know about flanking strikes as well is that I am a big lover of flanking strikes. Huge fan. Kind of a ranged kick. Kinda not really. It just does, 300% attack power. Pretty good, one might say. Now, actually, it's more damage than what you might think, because the damage is split up between you and your pet. So, more pet damage. More pet damage. It's gonna do more damage. Pretty fantastic. You also need it to further down the tree anyway, so yeah. Spear focus, really good mongoose bite damage, but it's not necessary right now, so I can maybe touch about this a little bit later. So to go further down the tree, this is also something to do with carve, so you won't really pick this up. Viper's Venom over here. Now, I don't think this is gonna be necessary pretty much ever, because it's not hard to just press Serpent Sting. Right? Like, just press Serpent Sting. Because this is just like... But, okay, I get it in PvE, right? Because in PvE, you kind of can't... Like, you'll always have the option between picking either Mongoose Bite or Serpent Sting. But in PvP, you never have that luxury, because you're never going to be always in melee range, you know? Like, this is kind of what I'm talking about with, like... You have to walk up in melee range instead of harpooning in melee range, because you kind of want to save harpoon for either a gap closer or a root, and if someone tries to, you know, go behind a pillar so you can connect to them, or if you ever want a harpoon trap. So there's going to be a lot of times where you're just at ranged, right? So you want to press Serpent Sting anyway, so this doesn't do anything. Like, you would ever only pick this so you can further down these ones. But then again, then you have to think about it like, you're spending 3 points to get these. It's not like you're spending 1 point to get Infusion. You're spending 3 points to get Infusion. So, 3 points for Infusion? In this economy, when bomb, you can't even reset it? Like, I don't even know. Because Infusion in general is only really picked for the... Okay, in PvP, not PvE, by the way. In PvP, you mainly only go Infusion because you can double bomb, where you can have both the bombs rolling at the same time. But I don't know if that's ever going to be necessary, because the only time that you can ever double bomb someone is going to be in the opener. But it's not hard to just like spread out your globals, you know? Your first global can be bomb, and then apply Serpent Sting, and then maybe like concussive shot into maybe explosive shot or something, and then you can bomb again. And then after this bomb, you're never gonna have the option of double bombing ever in the entire game, unless you get CC'd for maybe 30 seconds or something, which I guess does really happen. So I don't think it's gonna be worth it, but that's just me. Here we just have more crit damage. It's 4% more crit damage. Like, I don't know, doesn't seem worth it at all. Sweeping Spear, you need to go because it advances further down to Coordinated Assault, so you go this for sure. Then this is 20% more damage on your Wildfire Bomb and Flanking Strikes. You know that's a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, you'll pick this. It's a tooltip bug that it says 5%. It's actually meant to be 10 and then 20 because it's confirmed in the blue post or the blue note thingamajig from before, but I guess it could be 5 to 10, but I'm assuming it's going to be 10 and then 20. So I'm picking this, and we still need to spend more points, so I would say Spear Focus seems to be the best choice here. So 2 points here. And then we have the Motherlode himself. Coordinated Assault. 455% attack power, 40-yard range, dash/charge. This seems unbelievably crazy. So, first off, it's gonna do a lot of damage. And then also, you have to read Deadly Duo. So what this does is, like, while you have Coordinated Assault active, the CDR of your bomb is gonna be reduced by 25%. Here it's 25 and 50%, and you also get more focus, and then you can use kill shot at anyone regardless of their HP. So I kind of don't think it's worth it to pick up 2 points here, since this is mainly just gonna be for the kill shot usage anyway. That's just me though, but yeah. I feel like having 1 point in this is like a must-have, so you can press kill shot. One thing as well is that this makes it so whenever your pet uses, you know, pet claw, bite, or smack, which is the I can show you. Wowhead pet uh, pet claw. You know this, like bite, claw, smack, whatever. 3-second cooldown, just does damage, yada yada, blah blah blah. Very good. Whenever they use this, your next bomb is gonna do 20% more damage. Now it's not 20%. It's technically 10% more damage because it's only the initial damage that gets increased. You know, the first part. So with Guerrilla Tactics, it would be 120% attack power on the first hit, and then 100% attack power on the second hit. But actually, it would be more because you have 25% here, and then also 20% here. So for Sherskis, very good. Then also, you have the option of pressing Kill Shot. Now, we don't know how much damage the Bleeding Gash does, but I feel like that's like a bit irrelevant. I mean, it's probably gonna do like, I don't know, 5k damage maybe, who knows. Just the fact that you can press Kill Shot though with Coordinated Assault is really, really cool. So I'm a big fan of this. And then we have to pick up Killer Companion, which is also more value with Beastmaster, Improved Kill Command, and Alpha Predator. So that's pretty good. And then we get Spearhead. Now, Spearhead is like the little brother of Coordinated Assault, but it's 90-second CD and 50-yard range. So Spearhead's gonna line up with Eagle, which can be pretty nice. Kinda, I guess. But what it does is that it just does a little bit of damage. It's mainly for the charge. Having the charge is gonna be super, super cool. 50 yards. What the fuck? And then, you know, your pet just does 25% more damage, which can be pretty decent as well. And then your Mongoose Bites do a bleed of 35% of the damage being dealt. Now, the one thing is that we don't know if the bleed stacks up. Like, let's say, if I do a Mongoose Bite and then a Mongoose Bite again, does that override the damage of my previous bleed? Maybe. I mean, even if it does or it doesn't, that's not super relevant, but that's just like a, you know, something you have to think about. But just this being like a 50-yard range, and also it's in a really good position because you kind of want to pick up the kill command damage anyway. It's a for sure talent, very good. I would recommend it for sure, skis. And then later here we have coordinated kill. So the tooltip here is bugged. Actually, let's go over this one. While Spirit is active, Dragonflight can Mongoose by focus reduced by 5 and 10. So your Mongoose Bite is going to go from a 30 focus to 25 or 20. And then Kill Command Resist increases the duration of Spearhead by 1 or 2 seconds. But in my opinion, I don't think that the effect of Spearhead is super valuable. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think it's worth it to spend 2 talent points to make your 12-second cooldown stronger. Especially when you have some other options, some other talents that you would rather pick. So I don't think that coordinated kill is going to be worth it, in PvP, that is. But it's definitely something that you can pick up, maybe, but I wouldn't recommend it for now. I don't think it's the same thing where like picking up 1 point here does something like crazy good. So I wouldn't say that this is like super powerful. Then Explosive Expert. This seems like a talent that only really seemed worth it while you have Coordinated Assault active. So it kind of becomes bad for the same reason that I think Coordinated Kill becomes bad. I feel like spending too many talent points that are only going to be good during your cooldown, it can just super punish you if you ever get CC'd on your cooldowns. So let's say you pop Coordinated Assault and you spend like a billion talent points to make it super strong. but then you just get disarmed, or feared, or polymorphed, or they press evasion, or they maybe heroic leap away, or blink away, or maybe they use their gateway and they get, or maybe they press dispersion, or fade, or maybe you have to run away because they pop all of their cooldowns, or blah blah blah. Like now, all of the talent points that you spent here just kind of became a little bit wasteful. So I don't know. I don't think this it's gonna be worth it, but yeah, I'll just take 1 point here for the kill shot. You know, being able to use it twice during your window for sure. Very, very good. Then the other ones that I'll say here is Ranger will be where I'll spend my points. So 2 points here. Now 40% more damage on your kill shot. 308% of the attack power. Okay. Your Serpent Sting, which we don't know the damage because this is the marksmanship damage. I think I think that the survival Serpent Sting version will hit harder. I don't know though. Because for survival, Serpent Sting lasts for 12 seconds and not 18 like it does for MM. So wait, let's see here. If I go to the survival hunter Serpent Sting, I kind of want to check out the scaling because I'm pretty sure that it's more than 100% attack power. I am like 99% sure. Yeah. So this would be how much damage over time? Let's just say it's like 105 times 40. So basically like 150% attack power. And then the initial would be 22 points, what was this? 34. So this would be like 30% attack power as well, just like initial. So it's gonna be hitting for 31 plus like 150. Like 180% attack power. I mean, that's like that's like a lot, you know? Current HP, that would maybe be like 8k damage. I mean, that's almost like the same damage as like a unbuffed explosive shot. You know? I mean, that's actually really, really good. Also, explosive shot gets, you know, increased by 40%, so this is gonna hit way harder too. For sure, skis, this would be the talent that I would pick. Yes. So now you kind of have 3 points remaining, and then I can kind of go over my thought process on this. I can show you this one because I haven't showed it before. It's the each cycle of Mongoose Bite increases the chance for a kill command to reset by 2%. I don't know, by 4%. I don't know. During your Mongoose Bite window, I feel like you don't necessarily want to press that many kill commands anyway. Maybe like once or twice. So this seems a bit pointless. I don't know, bad in PvP. Same thing here, seems pretty bad. This seems pretty bad. This seems pretty bad. When kill command cooldown is reset, you have a 30% chance to fire an arcane shot. So the chance for it to reset is 25%. 0.25 but 30. You'll have a 7.5% chance to do. How much damage is arcane shot? Let's find out together as a family. 62% attack power. This is like 3k damage if you have 90k HP. And to even pick up it, you have to go 2 dead talents. 2 dead talents. You have to spend 3 talents kind of to, I don't know. Yeah. I would not say it's very good at all. Also, this is like the PvE build, whatever, with like Fury of the Eagle. It's like, you know, I don't think you'll ever really play this in PvP. I don't think so, unless you want to like have fun and just try out shit. But in a competitive build, I don't think you'll play this at all. This is just more damage and like crit when they're below or whatever. Yeah. Then one thing about Birds of Prey. So since we have 3 points here, you could just take like this and still have 1 point remaining to maybe go into like Predator or whatever. But at the moment they're not too sure what to do with Birds of Prey. So they could maybe change this to make it insanely good. But with the current iteration, I don't think it's worth it to increase the duration. since a lot of it is just like the upload, you know, frontal burst for, you know, like you always press it because it does 455% attack power and allowing you to press kill shots twice. I feel like the extra bomb damage whenever your pet uses claw is like a, it's like a for fun thing, you know, pretty fun. But I guess technically speaking, if you go birds of prey, you'll have the chance of getting 3 kill shots during your coordinated assault. But that's with the intention that you press it on cooldown all 3 times. And also you don't get CC'd once, which, I mean, you know, that seems a bit sus. Also, maybe you aren't attacking your pet's target anyway, because maybe your pet is in a route, or is slowed, or is maybe on the healer, or maybe keeping a rogue, or you're on the mage, or something. I don't know. I feel like there's just too many cases where this isn't super good anyway, so I would not recommend it. So here's the thing. Bad talent, bad talent, bad, bad. Where do I spend my points? Nah, I've been thinking about this. And I think you would just go 10% more damage here, because it also has synergy with Alpha Predator and your flanking strikes. And then this 1 point could either be Predator or Energetic Ally. Now, I would say Energetic Ally instead of the reset mechanic, because I feel like you're gonna have way too many, like, you're not gonna be like a point in the game where you don't have anything to press. Because, oh no, I got so unlucky I didn't get a kill command reset. I refuse to believe you'll ever be put in a scenario where that happens. Since you have 2 charges anyway, you have like preemptive scatter, keep Ment Pet up, you can use concussive shot, apply Serpent Sting, Mongoose Bite window, and inside the Mongoose Bite window you don't really want to press kill command anyway. Flanking strikes gives you focus and does a lot of damage. You know, like Serpent Sting too, you know, explosive shot, like, you know, I feel like you just have so many buttons to press that you won't be in a scenario ever in your entire life where you're relying on a kill command reset to like have a global to press. Because you need to press like Tar Trap, Wing Clip, Concussive Shot. Like, you just like, oh, so many buttons you need to press. There, I don't know. I would say probably better to spend this to have like 10 more focus. You know, maybe this will give you a better Mongoose Bite window too. Kinda. That's a bit what I'm feeling. Or it makes it easier to press flanking, right? Because it gives you so much focus, right? So you don't overcap your focus. Yeah. So this would be the build that I would recommend for now. I think it seems pretty good. You're not really losing anything. Like, let's go over all the talents that you didn't pick up. So it's Trailblazer, not the biggest of deals. Like, if you want to play this in some like 2v2 matchup or a short matchup, you could just drop 1 point in natural mending, and then you pick it up, sure. Improved kill shot, definitely something that you can play, especially with the coordinated assault thing. But, you know, if you want to play it, just drop natural mending. I think this is kind of bad in, you know, versus this. So you don't necessarily pick misdirection. You can't play this. You're not gonna have focus issues, so this is kind of pointless regardless. Avoidance doesn't do anything in PvP. If you want to play Scare Beast, you have to drop 1 point in improved traps, because you can't take a point out here, because you need this to advance further down the tree. Born to be Wild. I mean, yeah. You can maybe play it, but then you have to drop improved traps. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is better than Born to be Wild. That's just me though. You're losing the crit, 4%, losing this, and then losing either Stampede or Dash Akrams. But I mean, yeah. Like, I don't think dropping these two doesn't really matter in my opinion. And then if you really want to go Death Chakrams, like, you just love Death Chakrams, right? You can drop Steel Trap. Or you can drop Latent Poison. Like, either one of them works. Or maybe you can even drop Explosive Shot. Since both of them are just spells that you use preemptively before a go happens, you know. Oh no, you can't. Never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind. Yeah, you actually can't. Unless you go Nessing Weary, but then you can't pick up. Nah, yeah. Nah, you can't drop explosive. Nah, yeah, you just play this for sure, skis, I would say. Or Hydraspite, maybe in some melee matchup. I don't know. Here, what are you dropping? You're dropping Predator, which I don't think really matters anyway, because you're gonna have, or at least I don't think you're gonna have any focus problems regardless. So the fact that kill command resets is just like a for fun thing. It's just like, oh, cool, like, it can happen, but it's not something that your entire toolkit is gonna be centered around. Also, one thing that is extremely important to know about the difference between a PvP and a PvP survival hunter is the fact that in PvP, enemy teams are going to press defensive cooldowns, which makes it so you can't attack anyone regardless. So having no globals to press sometimes is completely fine. So in this time where you have nothing to press, your cooldowns are gonna come back up, your flanking is gonna come back, your bomb is gonna come back, your tar trap is gonna come back, your concussive throw is gonna come back anyway. So it doesn't matter if you have some downtime, because the globals that are free, bomb doesn't cost anything, and gives you 5 focus, I guess. They're gonna like allow you to have something to press regardless. So I feel like relying on this in PvP doesn't really make any sense. Yeah. Carve is kind of pointless. You never really press it anyway. This is a carve talent. Same thing here, like 6 focus. I don't know if that really does anything. This is kind of pointless because in PvP you will never be 100% melee range anyway, so you have to press Serpent Sting regardless, because it's always going to be good to press Serpent Sting anyway. So 4% more crit damage. I don't know, that you can drop this. I don't care. This is bad. I don't know. Yeah. Same thing with this. Like, yeah, I know. I touched about this earlier. Why I thought Infusion was pretty bad. Just because you can only really double bomb in the opener, and then outside of that, it's like, okay. One thing to know though is that they have changed Volatile Bomb to now also apply Serpent Sting to 5 targets. Which, if that doesn't scream PvE talent to you, then I don't know what will. But yeah, I'm not too sure on this in PvP. I think it's not good at all. You'll have to drop... Like, for you to realistically pick Volatile Bomb, I mean, to get Infusion, if you really love Infusion, you'd have to drop this, just so you could play this. I mean, you can do this, but I don't think it's gonna be good, because this is like always good. Meanwhile, this is just a dead talent, and then this is just only good in the opener. And then outside of the opener, it does nothing. Kinda. This is just too low of a proc chance to get like 40% attack power. Like what? Like, oh, 62, my bad. Okay, never mind. Actually, wait, do you get a level up? Wait, there's no way, right? Does it actually just hit for like... Really? It's just 67% attack power? 62.7? Really? So that shit? I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, plus to get it, you have to pick up these 2 talents anyway. Fear of the Eagle, this is just... Okay, so my explanation for this is that this would only be good in PvP if you can, like, single target someone down. You're never gonna use this for cleave in PvP. But think about it for a second, right? How could a spell be good in a single target scenario in PvP and not be insanely broken in Mythic Plus? Because it doesn't have a AoE cap. There's just no way a spell can be balanced in an uncapped Mythic Plus raid scenario and then at the same time be good in PvP. There's just no way. This is not good. Just, it doesn't matter about the numbers. It's just like Blizzard would never make a spell that is good in like both of those scenarios at the same time. So like, it's just bad just because of that, right? This is just Fear of the Eagle talent, kind of irrelevant. They said that they were gonna chain Birds of Prey, so I mean, maybe this could be good, but in its current form, I don't think so. this is only really going to be good while you have coordinated assault active, because you can only press kill shot during your coordinated assault. So I don't know about spending talents just to make my already insanely strong talent just a little bit stronger. Don't think it's worth it. And then the other talent point you're missing is coordinated kill, which again, I don't think it's worth it, because spending talent points that are only going to be good for 12 seconds. And also, it doesn't do that much. It's like, sure, like 10 focus left. I mean, it costs 20 instead of 30. Like, I mean, sure, but like maybe you'll get like 1 mongoose bite more, I guess. But that's like, do you really want to spend 2 or even 1 talent point for this? Like, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But yeah, that would be every talent point that I've gone over. So this would be the build that I would recommend for the most part right now, but I'm sure everything is gonna be changing later. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you disagree with me or whatever, you can link one of your talents down below. You know, this is just me been like theory crafting for about, I want to say like 3 hours. I've just been like looking through everything, just like, is there anything that I've missed so far? But nah, I'm pretty confident with the fact that like I think this is currently the strongest build that I've seen. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. Take care. Bye bye.